I was born in a small Midwestern town in the late 1990s to two loving parents. We were comfortably middle class, and for most of my childhood, life was pretty calm. I went to average schools, had average friends, got bullied an average amount, got average grades, just average all around. The one thing that set me apart, though, was my imagination. I had a tendency to drift off into my own world. I loved history, sharks, dinosaurs, airplanes, basically everything a young kid could be fixated with at that point. I was pretty much into. Um, I would dive into those interests a bit too deeply for the comfort of my teachers, and they were always trying to wrangle me into learning one of the subjects that I was in at the time. I'd actually often forget the books that I needed to bring to school, but remember the ones that I was reading personally, like Alex Rider, Percy Jackson, some giant 8 pound book about World War II history. That's just kind of who I was at the time. When I got obsessed with something, I was just totally gone, mentally, intellectually, spiritually. I was somewhere else. And when I was 4, I was introduced to a passion that would kind of trump all else up until this point in my life, and that's video games. Um, because when I was 4, my mom actually won a Pepsi contest. They used to print these like codes on the bottom of like Pepsi bottle caps, and you would enter them into a website, and that would give you the chance to win like a car or a cruise or a free Pepsi or whatever. And she hit the jackpot for me because I got a PlayStation 1 when I was 4 years old. Um, and suddenly, my house was filled with the sounds of games like Gran Turismo, Crash Bandicoot, Spyro, Frogger, SpongeBob Super Sponge, Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories. So many games that kind of blur together now that I'm looking back on it. Um, my memory about a lot of things sucks nowadays, but I'll never forget playing PS1 in that second story room. It overlooked like our main street. And I was playing it on this old, like 18-inch boxy Zenith TV that whenever it got too staticky, you had to like smack the side of to get it to work again. For some reason, that thought just sticks in my head. Um, I'm sorry I abused you, my Japanese friend. And every day after school, my friends and I would just play on that PS1. No deeper meaning, no comp matches, whatever. Just pure joy. And then a year or two later, I got an original Xbox for Christmas. And that big green rectangle really changed almost everything for me. I went from collecting coins and stars and keys to navigating the underbelly of planets and Knights of the Old Republic. I went from dodging drunk drivers in Frogger to fighting across Hoth and Tatooine and Endor in Star Wars Battlefront. And the Xbox really opened my eyes to how immersive and emotional games could be, and how your experience there with the story could really show you about who you were as a person, based on the choices that you make and kind of the game that you build for yourself. And I kind of want to apologize to my dad because I made him buy the original DVD box set of the first 3 Star Wars movies, just so I could get the demo disc for Battlefront. It actually came with that before it was released. I got it like 6 months in advance, and it had like 2 or 3 maps on it. So I was so hyped at the time. But I'm so sorry that I made my dad pay like $50 for what was essentially just a Battlefront demo. So, Dad, if you ever listen to this video for some reason, I'm truly sorry for that. um, then after that, I played the Xbox 360, which came with like Halo, Fable, Call of Duty, Red Dead Redemption. Then I got a PS3 after my Xbox 360 died, like everybody else's did. And there I played games like Uncharted, The Last of Us, Fallout, Mass Effect, and definitely a lot more. Um, and it was at this time that I got like way into Guitar Hero and Rock Band. I'm talking like my parents bought me a real guitar, so I'd stop playing it. So into it. Um, it was bad, man. It got really intense there for a while, but I appreciate my parents kind of steering me in the right direction because I still have all my guitars next to me right now, and it's one of the reasons that I'm so into it nowadays. And music means a lot to me, so that was definitely the right path to take. Um, Eventually, when I was like 12 or 13, I built a PC, and I discovered the holy temple of gamer kind, known as Steam. And I now own over 400 games on my Steam account. And I bought all of them at such a steep discount that the money I saved could probably go to buying me like a really crappy like car nowadays, like $5,000, $6,000. So, Gaben, if you're ever listening to this, I appreciate the the discounts, brother. Um, and through all of this, through all the different kind of eras of consoles and PC and all that kind of stuff that I got through, gaming became something a lot different for me. It became a lot deeper for me, especially when life got harder. My parents divorced when I was 12, and I took it, pretty hard. They separated. They went to different places in town, different houses. I switched schools numerous times because of kind of the custody battle that was going on. And I even moved overseas for a while with my mom, who got a new job. And through all that instability, I didn't really have anything except gaming to fall back onto. And it's kind of where I created my safe space and my escape that I could kind of get away to. Because, I mean, all my friends were on there. I gamed with the same people since I was 14, 15 years old back then. So it was really nice to have a community to fall back onto. And so um, I'm sorry to sound like I'm rambling, but about 6 months ago, I did something really crazy in my life, and it was a difficult, dangerous, emotional, very rewarding experience. But it kind of got me thinking about my life and the main things influencing it, and that's the main thing that got me into making this channel and making this first video. I just know that a lot of you guys probably share the same experience. If you're around my age or younger, it's pretty safe to say that your life hasn't been great. And with the current state of things, it probably isn't going much better. And I just want to make this to kind of express how I feel about some of my favorite games, kind of what they've taught me about life, and about the world that I live in, and about myself, and hopefully kind of explore that not only within myself, but also hear you guys kind of give your feedback on your own experiences with a lot of the games that I'll be talking about in future videos. So if you've made it this far, thank you. I know this was a total shit show. It was a total ramble. But I'm glad you stuck around. I can't promise any of my videos are going to be perfect. But I can promise that I'll put my heart into every single one. I'll try to be as open and as vulnerable as possible about the feelings that I have about these, and why I feel that way. So anyways, I'm Legends Not Bread. Thanks for sticking around. Here's to the future of this channel. My first video is going to be released in its entirety probably in the coming weeks. So hope to see you guys down there. Drop a comment, share a story, whatever in that video. And I'm looking forward to seeing all you guys share what you find so good about these games that I'll be talking about. So I appreciate you guys. Thanks for sticking around. I'll see you.